Hi there, it's another tarot sesh for Sagittarius. I'm the Cannastrologer. My name is Abby, and this is a end of September reading. I do realize, Sagittarius, that you guys haven't had one of your own readings in a while. I know I've been a little bit behind. I always say it, there's always a lot going on. It's like it's progressed over the last couple of months. We just got out of Mercury retrograde. We're still in the midst of, I want to say it's like four other retrogrades, which will be ending between October and December. And then in December, we have our next Mercury retrograde. So it's just been a lot. So speaking of a lot, the song that I had on pre-shuffle for you when I was getting your cards together, Sagittarius. Oh, by the way, there will not be an extended because I have waited so long to do your readings. I'm just going to give you the full reading and not break it down into two videos and make you wait to see the second half. So that's my apology to you. So the song that I had on pre-shuffle for you is Scars by Papa Roach. Now, I love Papa Roach. I have a really cool story. I have friends that are producers on one of their albums, and I got to go to one of their shows backstage, and we got to go into their dressing room, and I was just like standing there in awe, total fly on the wall, wasn't saying a word, just hanging out with the people who invited me. And Jacoby, who's the lead singer of the band, walks straight up to me and says, "Hi, I'm Jacoby." And I was like starstruck. I'm like, I know, like I didn't know what to say, but he was one of the nicest people in the world. And for being like a punk rock group, they talk a lot about a lot of hard, heavy stuff, right? But some of the nicest, most like grounded people in the world. After getting to have a real conversation with them, so there might be a lesson there. I don't know why I'm saying this. Maybe it's like people that you speak to, people that you've been talking to, that you feel are so much more, or that I don't know, like when the words that I'm trying to say, I'm like, use your words, Abby. But basically the point is that everybody is just another person, right? Everybody goes through the same experiences. Nobody's better than anybody else. And when you actually give somebody a chance and actually talk to them, you realize that they're just like you. So, but the song is Scars. It's by Papa Roach. And the first few lines of the song is, "I tear my heart open, I sew myself shut. My weakness is that I care too much." So I feel like there is a message there for somebody. I know all the Sagittariuses that I know have some of the biggest hearts in the world, right? But sometimes, having a big heart means getting your heart hurt a lot too. So take that as it resonates. Let's get into this reading. All right. Jeez. Okay. Sagittarius, please. Calling in our spirits for higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity for the end of September. Sagittarius. Now, mind you, anytime that you're seeing this reading, doesn't matter if it's the end of September or if it's mid-October, energy is timeless. So if the message resonates, if the title resonates, then there could be messages for you, Sagittarius. What do we have for Sagittarius for their higher peace, power, protection, prosperity for the greater good? Interesting. Cards wanted to stick. Okay, so for some of you, you may have been working on a new project, starting something new, new relationship, new beginning to something. Spirit is telling for you to build on solid ground. So it's like, don't take shortcuts. Don't do anything, like I'm hearing, don't take the easy way out. Face your demons, face whatever adversities. What's that saying? It's like you can't go over it, you can't go around it, you got to go through it. So that's what this is talking about. It's like build on solid ground and make sure that you set the foundation. Top of the deck, we've got Seek Hidden Treasure. So I'm going to read this one. I've had this card before. kind of going back to what I was saying earlier, it's like in order to, it's like when you speak to somebody, right? And you may have this preconceived notion of who they are or how they live their lives or whatever, but when you actually speak to the person, you realize they're a lot more like you. That's like hidden treasure, you know, finding out that somebody has a heart of gold, right? Okay, let's find this. So somebody could be 50 years old, or you could be dealing with somebody who's 50 years old. The number 50 could be significant for you because this is card number 50. 5 plus 0 is 5, and 5s are all about change of direction. So you also could be changing direction, transition of some sort in your life, doing a complete 180 with something. And then 106. 1 plus 6 is 7. That's keeping your defenses up. Your morals, ethics, and, you know, standing up for your morals, ethics, and beliefs. We are not doing this, sir. Not right now. I just started. It's my dog. I just took him out. He's already had his lunch. Every time I sit down, he's worse than my cat. Every time I sit down to start my readings, it's like, no, Mom, I want you to have your attention elsewhere. Like, it's so frustrating. So, okay, seek hidden treasure. In what area of your life could you be taking things at face value? Where could you be guilty of missing something deeper or being told that you don't get it? Slow down and don't jump to conclusions before fully studying the situation. Avoid being too quick to evaluate what is going on. There is much more than meets the eye. Your divine energy is calling you to slow down and take a deeper look at the present situation. Overcome your tendency to judge too quickly and miss what's really true. Beyond the surface of life lies hidden treasure. You will see it clearly if you observe with an open heart and mind. Be open-minded and learn all that you can before drawing conclusions. Take your time, study the facts fully, and listen deeply from your heart. Look for the connecting factor rather than separating factors when evaluating others and your place in their life. Dispel any notion that you're better, smarter, or more deserving, powerful, or entitled than others, or vice versa. I'm going to pause here because this is already literally talking very similar to what I was just saying about my story about Papa Roach, which is just random. It's like, you know, when I'm standing there and I'm like, wow, they're these major rock stars and they're about to go on stage, and then like he's coming up and introducing himself to me, and like, you know, but it's because he's a regular person. He's just like us, right? And it was that preconceived notion that I had that, you know, he turned around, you know? And so that's what this is saying. It's like, study the facts first, you know, look at your surroundings, you know, look for the connecting rather than the separating factors between yourself, a person, a situation, and accept that the people in your life are direct reflections of you. So where there's light, see your glow, and where there's shadow, see your gloom. Stop fighting others and start loving the connection that we all share. We're all in this game of life together, so see your role as a player as important but not special. Respect others as equals, and you'll soon see the truth. And that is the hidden treasure. Give me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I had to put my dog outside. All right, so let's get into this. I'm going to pull the cards exactly as I was pulling them for the past several readings. Sagittarius, that's you right there. Actually, it's Gemini. You could be dealing with a Gemini or have that somewhere strong in your chart. I always, with this particular deck, I always confuse the Lovers card, which is Gemini, with Sagittarius because one of the lovers has a Sagittarius tattoo on her shoulder. At least that's what I think it is because it's the hunter. Anyway, I'm going to pull the cards exactly how I have for all the other readings, even though we're just going to go straight through and do a full reading. What do we have for Sagittarius, please, for the end of September as we get into Libra season? And also Mary Maybone. It is the autumn equinox, and the weather's changing for many of us, which I love. All right. Underneath the deck, as we get into the shuffle, is the Empress. That's Libra season. As we're literally getting into Libra season. The Empress, she's luxurious. She's a creator. Anything she touches basically turns to gold. She's, queen of all queens. So she's very balanced and has a little bit of all elements within her. That's just where I'm going to leave it right now. But that's the underlying energy that you have right now. So some of you may be in your Empress energy, whether you're male or female. Everybody has masculine and feminine energies within them. It's just a matter of balance. So if I'm talking about a feminine energy, guys, like, it could still be you. So just take it as it resonates. You're building something on solid ground, though, or Spirit is telling that you need to. Seek the hidden treasure. Don't jump to conclusions. Okay, so we've got the Ace of Swords for the first card out. Ace of Swords talks about victory, but it also talks about truth. So there could be some truth coming out, or some kind of, or truth could have come out in the past or very recent past. Could have found out some shocking information, or something could have just come to light, or you could have had kind of like a eureka moment, like realize, oh, this is what I need to do. This is the direction that I need to go. What else for Sagittarius, please? Sagittarius. We have the Two of Wands. Wands are all about passion and passionate energy. It's fire sign energy, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Again, you could be dealing with one or have that somewhere strong in your chart. Now, the way that I read this card, and it's how I read this card, lessons from the past. It's like reflecting on things that have happened in the past and using that as wisdom and knowledge to be able to move forward. It's like the lessons are in the blessings. Or I'm sorry, the blessings are in the lessons. So there could have been lessons that you learned from truth, truth that was told, or something that was said or discovered, or that you realized. And now you're using that wisdom in order to make decisions moving forward. And also, some of you may want to travel or be like planning a trip, because we've got a globe and a VW bug here with a little surfboard. Like, she's, looking forward to the future, but she's reflecting on her past based on some truths that were said or told or discovered or realized. Then we've got the Death card. This is not a bad card. A lot of people fear the Death card. I hate that, because it is the card of Scorpio. So some of you may have strong Scorpio in your chart. Probably a lot of you, actually, with being Sagittarius, because you guys are right next to each other. And what I love about this deck, it's not just death. It's death and rebirth, because the card itself stands for transformation. So what this is, and everybody's on different timelines, different situations, right? But whatever was realized, discovered, kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know why I'm blanking so much. I've not had a full coffee yet. Whatever was realized or discovered, you're really using that information to make these decisions for a full transformation. You're going to be leaving something behind and then moving forward with something else, with a rebirth of something else. Now, for some of you, and because the Death card is coming up, I have to say it, there could be a death somewhere in the midst. Person, place, animal, thing, whatever. But also it could be like death of ego. It could be death of a situation, getting rid of something that you no longer need and just cutting off that negative energy, cutting off what's no longer needed so that you can make room for that rebirth that's coming. Also could have something to do with a home or foundation or stability, because number 13, 1 plus 3 equals 4, and 4 is all about stability, foundation, structure, all of that. You also, like I said, could be dealing with a Scorpio. All right, underneath the deck, we've got the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles, she's actually, very on her game when it comes to, the High Priestess behind that. Okay. She's on her game when it comes to money and material things. A businesswoman, right? But she also rules the house, the home, family. She's good at being able to balance all of that. And then there's the High Priestess behind that. So that's like using your intuition. Also, that could be you getting tarot card readings, because the High Priestess is the tarot card reader of the zodiac. Queen of Pentacles is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So you also could be dealing with the Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. Feminine energy. We're going to clarify in just a moment. What's the Divine Circus Oracle? Already 15. Just saw 555 again on the clock. 1555. So that's major change of direction. You could be having like it may not be your life directly, but there could be like some big shifts, some big changes, transitions that you're dealing with, and it's just making you kind of do a 180, maybe even realizing like there needs to be a change, and looking back into the past and using this to be able to move into the future, right? To make this transition, this transformation, this rebirth that you're needing, Sagittarius. Underneath the deck, we've got number 3, death shall not take him. So the second mention of death. Now, what I do know about this card is it does not mean actual death. What this is talking about, however, is something that could have potential, like could have the potential of death, like kind of revives itself and comes back from the dead, right? Because notice it's like stone turning back into life, right? So this is just like something magically transforming, like the death card there, but it's saying death shall not take him. So there may be a situation where it was like a near-death situation, or something that potentially could deal with death of some sort or transformation of some sort, but then like it comes back with this magical revival of some sort, brings in lessons, magical lessons that helps you move forward. Top of the deck, her wicked ways. Now this is interesting. We're going to have an interesting reading, Sagittarius. So number 19, her wicked ways. 1 plus 9 is 20. 1 plus 9 is 2. I was thinking, anyway, I told you I've not had my full coffee yet. 1 plus 9 is 10. And 10 is endings, but also beginnings, because 1 plus 0 is 1. So there could be some kind of an ending of something. That's what I'm seeing. But again, endings bring beginnings. So let's read this. And also, her wicked ways means that you've got somebody in your midst that is kind of like an evil ice queen. There could be somebody trying to take you down. Okay, so it says, you are meant to shine bright, to be a sun, even in the cold and dark depths of winter, bringing warmth to the world. So some don't like the light. They want to freeze your enthusiasm, douse your creative fire, and rain on your parade. Don't let them. Shine your light with stubbornness and happiness. Defeat the Snow Queen and her wicked ways. So she likes to test those that aren't yet sure of their worth. So she'll try to freeze you with a glance that conveys criticism, judgment, and ridicule. She'll plant seeds of doubt like a weed in your soul garden and cause you to lose energy to mental anguish. So no matter where she arises, there is only one way for you to deal with the Snow Queen and her wicked ways. When she tries to freeze you with a glance and says, "Who do you think you are?" you must stand up tall and true and reply, "I am me. Save your soul-slaying doubt-making for another day. I take my own hand, freed from your icy grasp." So be gone, wicked one. It is time for you to move on. So basically, this is just saying banish all fears, also banish all negativity. If there's somebody that's in your presence, it doesn't matter if it's male or female, but somebody that's trying to like dim your light or rain on your parade, it's like you have to face, like I was saying earlier, it's like when you come up against any kind of controversy or adversary or whatever, it's like You can't go around it. You can't go above it or under it. You have to go through it. So it's like you have to face your demons, face your fears, and you may be having to deal with somebody who has this energy. I'll just real quick highlight this, death shall not take them. You are going to witness the impossible made possible. Whatever you think is lost is not. Whatever you think cannot be shall be. The universe is going to intervene, and what seems to be over shall in a new way live again. So, this Ice Queen may be coming in trying to, like I said, rain on your parade, steal your shine, take you out where she thought you might have been at your lowest point, right? But you're not. What you're going to see is some magical transformation when you thought all hope was lost, and it's going to come back from the dead. And that's when you need to build on solid ground. That seek hidden treasure is within yourself, okay? And also maybe in a situation or someone around you, but it's so that you can build on solid ground and move forward. Now let's clarify the situation and see what this is about. Like, for some of you, there could have been there could be somebody sick or failing health or something around you for some reason, and where you think all is lost, all of a sudden they make this miraculous revival, okay? And that's that rebirth. That's the rebirth. They get a second chance at life, right? This, for some of you, that could be the wicked person. Maybe it was somebody who just had a negative outlook on life, and now they're being given the second lease. And maybe now this is like an opportunity to build on solid ground. It's for some of you. If any of this resonates, make sure that you drop a comment in the comments below. Also, while we're talking about it, make sure you like, share, subscribe. My personals are open. I am giving personal readings, and if you book with me by the end of September, I'm offering 50% off. So, and that's only through the end of September, so make sure you book with me now. All right, all of my contact information is in the descriptions below. All right, so energy going into the shuffle, or into the clarification, is the Page of Swords. So pages are messengers, but they're also younger energies. This could be somebody younger than you, could be a child, or just someone younger than you. Swords are all about communication, and you could be getting a message from somebody younger, bringing in information of some sort, somebody wanting to give you a message, relay some information, wanting to find something out about what's going on or about you. What's the Ace of Swords, please? What's the Ace of Swords? What's the Ace of Swords for Sagittarius? Thank you. Six of Swords. So again, communication, swords on swords. Whatever this was that kind of shined a light on the situation or brought like this eureka moment, it's helping you to move from rough waters to calmer waters. It's like communication is now becoming easier so that you can move forward. So that you can move forward and reflect on what happened, but use that in order to travel. Some of you may be traveling, could be traveling over water. What's the Two of Wands for Sagittarius, please? What's the Two of Wands for Sagittarius, please? The Nine of Wands. Dang. So your energy again. So, and I get it. I see this. So the Nine of Wands is the Wounded Warrior. The Wounded Warrior, one of my favorite cards, by the way. The Wounded Warrior is somebody who, like, just take a look at this person, okay? If I can get it out of the glare. She looks like she's ready to fight, you know, and she's totally prepared to if necessary. but it's all about guarding and defense. She's a wise leader. She's been through the ins, the outs, the ups, the downs, the trenches, if you will, right? And because of that, she has the experience of a wise leader, but she's tired. She's ready to put the burdens down, right? One more wand and she can just put it all down and start the next cycle. That's what this is talking about. And I feel like, you're moving on to calmer waters, but that then, it's like that you're moving forward, but you're tired. You're ready to take a rest after everything that's been realized. And as you're realizing this, you're again she's looking back and reminiscing, using those lessons in order to move forward, to transform whatever the situation is. What's the death and rebirth for Sagittarius? The moon. You really could be dealing with a Scorpio energy, water sign energy. The moon, though, talks about secrets. And like I said, truth. There's truth there. There's things that you're realizing, but I feel like there's still secrets that could be coming out to transform a situation. You could be receiving this communication or this message by the next full moon. Underneath the deck, I kind of like this actually. Underneath the deck, what you don't see coming is justice. So I feel like this information, what you're realizing, like you've been through it and you're just wanting to move forward and transform, but what you don't see coming is justice. And what that's going to do is put you in this Queen of Pentacles energy. I feel like you've got justice coming to you, something good. It's going to bring in coins, pentacles, money. And therefore it will be like a good transformation, a good death and rebirth. It could also be October time frame, because I'm looking at this the death and rebirth card. That's Scorpio. Scorpio season is in October, November. So and then justice is Libra. This is Libra season. I feel like you'll be getting justice during Libra season and seeing some transformation by the time of the full moon, potentially in October. Write it down. Take it as it resonates. Okay. Underneath the deck, we've got aloe vera, soothe. Again, I feel like you feel like you've been through it, the ins, the outs. You're tired. Also, for those of you that are still like in areas where it's bright, sunny, you're maybe soaking up the last remnants of what, summer has left, sunburn, that type of thing. Use aloe vera for anything like that. But aloe vera, it soothes situations. It soothes sunburns. It soothes any kind of ailments, because you can use aloe vera in multiple ways. But I feel like, Spirit is calling for you to let this card soothe the situation. And I feel like you don't need to do anything, honestly. I feel like it's going to happen. It's just going to kind of come to you. And then I have yarrow, expulsion. So I will read this. This talks about detoxifying yourself and expelling any kind of negative energy that you do not need. All right. Yarrow. Fever's high, I'll sweat it out. Toxins exiled, there's no doubt. Expulsion is my forceful charm as I dismiss and expel harm. This magic is worked with harm to none, so mote it be, there it is done. Put your boundaries in place and expel anything that is preventing you from being your magical best. Richly endowed with spiritual properties, I've been preserved in temples and treated with reverence for my ability to influence lifeblood, the essence that is carried through the blood itself. As an amulet, I will protect against evil, for my power is capable of overcoming the forces of darkness. I will safeguard you from the toxic behavior of others. That's the Ice Queen. You're being guarded from any toxic behaviors of other people, people trying to dim your light and steal your shine. Keep in mind that I intensify the work of other herbs and increase the essential oil content. Do not be fooled by my pretty lace features, or I'll make you sweat to break a fever and have the power to ostracize congestion, bruises, arthritis, and measles. Plant me next to your threshold to deport fearsome spirits, eject any poisonous plants that infect your herb garden, and banish any other toxins that creep into your life. So you are ready to fight. That's that Nine of Wands energy. But, Yarrow is helping you expel any of that negative, toxic energy that's being directed towards you. And again, you're going to be transforming all of this energy. I feel like it's going to completely change by around the full moon. Also could be in October. Interesting. So now let's pull a Metaphysical Cannabis Oracle and close up the message for Sagittarius. You're going to be getting your justice in this situation. It's coming. It's like, again, I'm looking at this Death Shall Not Take Him and the Death card right there. It's coming in really strong. It's like what you thought was going to turn out one way is just going to magically transform right in front of your eyes as the truth comes out, because it will. I just heard called out. Somebody may be getting called out for something. Underneath the deck, we've got Guangwani Jimai, and it's sexuality. Somebody stepping up into their sexual essence, feeling more confident, feeling more sexy and seductive, like stepping into your own personal power, right? And then top of the deck, we've got, I'm going to butcher this name, Sarah Unya Uva, and it means nurture. So let's look this up. The 26th of this month could be significant, or the number 26 could be significant for you. Somebody's birthday, or an anniversary, or the day of this month could be significant. The matriarch of her kingdom, the Queen Mother, embodies nurturing in its purest form. She sits in nature to remind us to nurture the hidden wounds that we all carry deep inside. That's that wounded warrior energy. Nurture those wounds. She teaches you that to be the mother of the kingdom, you must nurture yourself, or you will repeat lessons more than needed. Fill your cup to fill those of others. She asks you, how are you nurturing your relationships with others and yourself? The ancient wisdom passed down from the tree deity that is nature is our eternal mother. She will provide us with the seeds of abundance if we are willing to be in harmony with the natural cycles of the universe. There is always a reason to celebrate because nature is always in a cycle of rebirth. So she keeps a special surprise up her Kaffian sleeve, giving a crooked grin that makes your heart flutter. If you receive this card, ask yourself, do you feel guilty for receiving pleasure? Step into nature and journal a celebration rampage where you celebrate all day, every little thing from maintaining your morning routine to making a new one. Beautiful. So, she is, if you're feeling guarded, don't feel that way. Anything good coming to you, know that you deserve it. Whatever it is, though, build on solid ground and make sure that you're, keeping your defenses up as to expel any kind of negativity from people who are looking at you like you don't deserve it, but you do, Sagittarius. You've worked hard, and I feel like you're going to feel and see that full transformation by sometime around the full moon. Underneath the deck, that sexuality, let's look at that too, real quick, and then we'll close it up. 119. I love using the book just because there's always extra messages. So a black goddess emerges and she's fully in love with her sexuality, confident in her sacred power. She does not let anyone siphon energy from her. She activates the erogenous zones of those who allow their true divinity to shine through when working with creator energy. The dolphin medicine reminds you to breathe through your energetic downloads. This card is amplified as it appears partnered with the creator vortex. The energy created by the embodiment of your sacred sexuality is a driving force and powerful manifester. She's here to tell you that you've forgotten your worth and you need to embrace your full power. The creator energy is a powerful driver for manifestation, taking you into the multidimensional realm that the erotic energy expansion will take place in. It has already happened within your highest self. You must only remember to harness the energy and set an intention. So this is saying, like, again, don't let any kind of negativity hold you back from expressing yourself, expressing your creativity, your individuality, your sexuality. You know, it's like when people are shining their brightest, that's when everybody wants to have something to say. You know, everybody wants to try to knock you down a peg or two when, you know, when you're on top of your game. So what this majority of the message is saying is, you know, keep your guards up. Continue to fight the good fight. There's going to be truth coming out. It could be about, you know, these naysayers or a naysayer or, you know, a situation that you were right about the whole time or that you were, you know, fighting the good fight for. And it's all going to come out in the end. The justice is going to come out in the end, and you're going to be sitting very pretty as the Queen of Pentacles in the end, in full, beautiful sexuality, you know, energy, you know, just this beautiful shine from within. I'm not saying actual sex, like sexual energy, but just like that what is it, like when you're feeling yourself, right? That phrase, I'm feeling myself. Like, you're going to be feeling yourself, and that is this nurturing energy. You got to nurture yourself. That's where the aloe vera is coming in. Soothe what any of this negativity is, and just keep on doing you. So that's what I have for you this week, Sagittarius. I hope that it resonates and brought you clarity, insight, and answers. If it did, please make sure that you drop a comment in the comments below. And as you know, it's together we grow. So I always appreciate sharing your time and energy. I look forward to reading for you again. And I hope you have a fantastic week. You guys take care, and I will see you on the flip side. Peace.